Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm ready.
All right.
I got to change
There
the
we go.
game.
And let's switch the in. There we go. All right. I'll go drive over there and see. Where
Oh, they already have. Wow, they already have a category for Farming Simulator 25
Oh, already?
on my Streamlabs.
Huh. When does that
I
come
mean, it
out?
will not for a couple more months.
Okay. if you're gonna buy it, I'll probably
You,
buy it shortly after whenever you.
you know I will.
So, well, I don't know. Are you gonna buy it
I'll
day one or whatever? I mean, I probably
I'll
won't do
probably
that,
have
but
it by day one. I can't promise that I will for sure, but that's the
well,
plan.
what I'm saying
Hold
is
on, the dog really wants out.
I probably won't. So we may have to switch back to this for a little bit if we're gonna do this normal stream. But I think kind of like, why not? It's only gonna be what, $50 or whatever it is, something like that. I've gotten my get what I paid out of this. It might have been sale, but I've got I've made it back in money over the past whatever 2 years or whatever it's been. If it has some new things that
Uh, let's see. Get everything pulled up. There's only 2 spots to sell it.
yeah.
There you are.
Burning barrel of trash over.
Open last chat room. Oh.
Burning trash
Open
over.
last chat
Wood,
room.
I guess.
Um,
Here. Oh yeah, there's a dog. Here, doggy. Pick you up. Pet you.
all right. Got everything pulled up. No, I hope to have everything day one. Um, a little bit bummed by the extras that you get because really the only extra you get, unless you buy the collector's pack, is the MacDonk Swather is the only thing you get. So I guess I don't have to buy it day one, but I'm doing it because of the. I'm trying to capitalize on the boost that you
Oh,
get
sure,
from the
yeah. No, I know what you're
farm
doing.
community.
I'm just saying for our Friday night deal, we might have to
But
do this for a little bit until I get
but
around to
casual
doing it.
casual and I were planning on playing 22 on our multiplayer still, so I mean, like you wouldn't be the only one.
But I guess I was thinking about it. It's like, you know what? I've gotten enough enjoyment out of it. Even I don't play it offline hardly at all. Um,
Well, and average and I were just
but
talking
I've
tonight. You know,
gotten my enjoyment, and
I'm
we will
actually
too.
to the point with this game where I'm kind of burned out, and I prefer to play. I've been playing a lot of Minecraft. I've been playing a little bit of Out of Order. Um, I just not playing this game, and I think maybe in a way that might be kind of good because that might mean that by the time 25 does come out, I'll be ready to play again.
Yeah.
But I am looking forward to. I gotta look more into it, but they're gonna have like weather like tornadoes and stuff come
Yeah,
through.
you were saying something about that. And that seems yeah, actually that does seem interesting.
Well, I'm kind of interested. Does that mean that it's just gonna rip through fields and like you'll have a strip that's damaged, or will it actually go through your farm and damage your buildings too?
I
Because
mean,
that could be
yeah, if
could
that's
be
a option,
interesting.
I mean, I think that would add something, especially where you're, role playing or trying to realistic, having to manage that
Yeah,
stuff. And
and I'm looking
suppose
forward
that
to
means then
the.
you have to choose whether or not to buy crop insurance and stuff like that.
I'm sure there'll be a. I'm sure there'll be a mod for that.
Well, that's what I mean. Kind of lends itself to the people who want to get super managerial with it, like
Yeah,
that.
I'm,
I wouldn't say you would necessarily want it. I'm just saying, city folk that are like super
yeah,
into the
but but
total
but
package.
the other thing is like even if they did do that where it destroys things and stuff, the way they make the game, you should still like unless you made really bad choices, you should still be able to recover from it without the insurance.
Well, I'm sure. I'm just saying that's an
It may
element.
just you know
That's
like
a sim
instead of buying a
element that most
tractor the
people would
next
want.
it's instead of buying that next tractor that next year, you may have to wait another year or two to recover or something.
Hang on, I'll catch up with you. I gotta
Okay.
okay, working. It's working. Like the but I guess here's the deal. It's it's got enough value in it for just the little things we do here. That
Yeah.
yeah, I'll get it sooner than later just so we can multiplayer on the latest.
Well, you
See
never
what
know.
it's
You might be pull a Derek and glitch into
well,
a
yeah,
building.
yeah, and I mean, granted, my PC should still run it, and that's the thing. Just you know, I've been I did some video editing and I did some other streaming, and it's rock solid now. So I'm just wondering. I'm thinking it. I was thinking, oh, maybe my power supply. Well, I was doing some other offline kind of stresses on it and wasn't having any trouble like I was last time. So I think that was just a combination of like did an OBS update and it said something about some NVIDIA drivers. So like graphics card combination OBS and then maybe the game thing caused me a little bit of a problem, but
Yeah.
in steady course, I guess this isn't the greatest test because it's a very small map, so it's not having to load in a lot of textures.
Yeah.
But I mean, running everything I normally would, so I think it was more that. And that's the thing. It's like, got this in 2019, so it's 5 years old. Of course, I don't have an RTX like you, so I can't uh, benefit from ray tracing like you can. Even though I have monitors that would, uh, one monitor make it look really good. They're both decent. The other one, 2019, not the best. But anyway, it doesn't show any really signs of giving up. So I'm probably gonna have it another couple of years. It's like, because usually about the 5 year mark on PCs I've had before, this is when I start noticing stuff. But I think partly because I did get a little bit better parts like motherboard and stuff, and that might have been my troubles in that. Well, not troubles, but capacitors start failing, and I don't know. It's hard to say. Maybe the stuff is just
Yeah.
and that's what I'm saying is yours is gonna should go and discuss before 5 to 7 years before you start really noticing anything like the game's not running as or you can't run them as high as you could previous like a new game like where mine is like I'm severely limited. It's still gonna look good and be more than playable. It's not like it's gonna stutter. It's just it can't look as I don't have the hardware anymore to make it look as good, which kind of don't care about, but also kind of don't like the idea that I am leaving some performance fidelity on the table though. I could buy it. I've thought about that. 30 series card or something and see what ray tracing's all about.
Um, Speaking of gaming stuff, so I have kind of an interesting story that happened to me last week. So I happened to see um, my ring camera come up while I'm at work,
Oh yeah.
and I check it, and I see a guy with a tool bag and stuff walking towards my garage,
Oh, you're a fiber then.
and so I freak out, and I call the cops immediately,
Yeah.
and I tell because it's almost lunchtime, so I tell my supervisor, I'm like, I need to go home. It's like I just saw someone on my ring camera walking towards my garage, and I've called the cops, and I'll be back. So the cops called me about 20 minutes later, and they're like, "Well, we didn't see anything, but we did see a crew working in the back. Maybe it was one of them for some reason. Just so that you're aware." I so I get home, look around, don't see anything, so I let the dog out because since I'm home, I might as well let the dog out and do some more check-in. And I don't see anything, and so I'm like, okay, well, I think I'm fine. I'll let the dog back in, and then I'm walking out to my car, and I see a Source gas truck come up and
Okay.
park on the other side of the street, and so I'm walking to my car, and he goes, "I'm here to paint your utility lines."
Oh, 411, yeah, for the fiber, yeah.
And I said, "What do you mean?" Hold on a second. And he goes, He goes, well, we got a work order to paint the utility lines. They're gonna bury your internet here, and they called it in. I said, they've already buried the internet. I don't know what you're talking about. And he's like, well, I got this work order. I'm like, fine. So I'm like, meet me around the side. I'll let you in. And so I'm in the backyard, and I stayed with him as he painted everything.
Yeah.
And then he turned around and he left. And so then I called the new internet provider, and I said, what the heck are you guys doing? Because I said, I've got people trespassing on my ground, and you guys were supposed to call me, the whole 411 thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, before you
And
dig. Yeah.
and they're like, oh, I don't know. I said, you guys buried this like 3 months ago. I've been waiting for you guys to do the install. And the guy goes on the phone, he goes, yeah, I can see we buried it 3 months ago. I don't know what's going on. Well, so we was supposed to send it up to someone higher. Well, then fast forward like a, 2 more days, a day or two later, and I see Marine camera go off again. And I'm looking at it, and there's a guy on the phone. And about that second, I see that I get a phone call on my phone, and he's like, yeah, he goes, I'm here to bury your line, but no one's home. And I said, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I'm like, someone came and buried it 3 months ago. I don't know why you're even here. And it was like, he was acting like I was the one that was. He's like, well, I'm just gonna call my company then, because he's like, someone screwed up, and I'm like, yeah, someone did screw up. It
Yeah.
wasn't me. You guys already buried it. then that then the next day, I finally get a call from him again, and I'm like, I see we're ready to do the install in your house.
Okay.
I'm like,
Good.
finally, somebody took like 3 days and you trespassing on my ground.
Yeah.
I did have to buy. They didn't have a router for me. I either had to provide my own, or they were gonna rent me one. And I said, I am not playing that renting game with you guys.
Yeah.
So last night I ordered a gaming internet router that was actually on sale for like $80.
Okay.
And I was looking at it compared to, because there was another one there I was thinking about that was like 150, and I didn't really see a difference between the two. And I was like, well, why pay 150 when I can just do one for 80? So
Yeah.
I've got that coming.
Because you're
I
going to
got
be
that
hard. Because
coming.
here's the deal: you're going to be hardwired anyway to your gaming rig. So it's really just
Well,
if the
not
Wi-Fi. It's just if the Wi-Fi performance, like to your phone, is maybe not as fast as a 151. But again, I don't know what the specs were. So I mean, that's usually the difference.
not at first, because man, I'd need to like 40 foot of cable to run it from where it's going to be, and I don't know how to run it. I'd have to run it all around and everything.
Yeah, just get some Cat 6 and just lay it on the floor around the baseboard. You know that stuff's dirt. I had it anywhere just about.
So, anyways, yeah. So I'm finally getting that, and the other thing is, and I may have screwed up doing this, but the plan I picked, they did already up it, and it was like $20 higher than what they originally quoted me at. And so I dropped a couple tiers down, and I asked them, I said, if I want to move up some tiers, can I? And he's like, yeah.
Yeah, usually that's not a problem.
Hey,
They
Brad.
they it's well, and up or down actually, but definitely up because they can decide oh maybe you do need that or you feel like you need that extra like yeah they want your money so they'll make it easy up it but
Let me show you. Brad, one of my cousins is here. Let me show you something, Brad.
I just ran over a cow.
Did
Doesn't
I?
actually let you, but cows are out all over the place.
He just got 22. Was it a week ago? This week?
Oh,
Week
okay.
ago.
Oh, get him online. We'll play this.
Yeah, this is a so this map is a rock crawling course. That's what I was trying to get over is over there.
Okay. Well, that's the thing. When we finish up this wheat, then
We're gonna do the yeah, we're kinda harvesting right now, but there's rock crawling and stuff on this map.